Well, hello everybody. I felt like some pork this evening. So good old-fashioned pulled pork. And I've got a package right here of boneless baby back ribs. And what I'm going to do everything's been cut off of them. They've been trimmed real good. And what I'm going to do is slow cook them right here in this pan. Put me some olive oil down in here. A couple of tablespoons. I'm going to get it turned on. Now you can do this in your oven if you prefer. I'm going to do them right here because, you know, they're not on the bone. They're going to cook pretty fast. Pork does cook pretty fast anyway. So we're just doing them right here. Just the right amount. This garlic powder hasn't been opened. Still got the paper on the top. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of garlic powder. Some onion powder. Go find my salt and pepper here. Let's see. I think that's all I'm going to put on them because we don't really season our pulled pork with much but except garlic powder, salt, pepper, and onion powder. And then we fix a vinegar sauce like that goes on them, which is basically vinegar and hot pepper flakes. That type of thing. But I'm over here right now. I'm getting ready to make me some coleslaw to go with them, with it. And I forgot to get my grinder. Now you can just chop your cabbage by hand, I prefer to grate it with a chopper. I mean, one of these. It's just a grater. So I've got a half of a cabbage, a small one. Because I don't need a whole lot. And I'm just going to, well, I'm not going to cut the core out. I'm going to wait till I grate it because I may have to hold on to that core to hold it to grate it. And some of you might want to put this in the food processor to grate it up. I prefer to do it this way. Probably should have got a bigger bowl to grate it with, but this will work. I love eating raw cabbage. I got cabbage all over the place. I like to rinse my grater off so all that food don't stick to it. Now I got my let me get some of these. I knew I shouldn't have done it over here. I should have done it on something else. But oh well. It's done now. Because I did make a mess here on my board. On my counter. Now, I'm simply going to add, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. I hope so. Yeah, you can see over there. And I finally found some Duke's mayonnaise. Brookshire's had it. First jar I bought since I've lived in Texas, and I've been here a long time. I guess I just didn't see it, so I wasn't looking for it. And I was going to buy ketchup, I think it was, the other day. So I went down the aisle in Brookshire's for the ketchup mustard, and I come across the Duke's mayonnaise. Now I've got about 1/4 of a cup of diced up onions that I'm going to put in there. And I really need a bigger bowl to mix it. And I'm going to turn down my burner to low because I want them to slow cook. I don't want them to cook real fast. Let me see if I can get a bowl here to mix up a bowl a little bit bigger than the one I got there. That's not quite big enough to do much mixing in. So I'll store my coleslaw in this green bowl, but I'll mix it up in this other one. Now I'm going to put good old heaping bunch of Duke's mayonnaise in there. I'm going to put this tablespoonful of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to put about a teaspoon of sugar, white granulated sugar, not quite a teaspoonful. I'm going to put regular salt and pepper. And I'm just going to mix that up. I may have to add more mayo. Well, this may be enough. I may not have to add anything. Yeah, I think it'll be enough. Because I only had half a small cabbage. I like my coleslaw simple. Now, you don't have to use Duke's mayonnaise. I just used it because that's what I've got. I usually use a mayo or salad dressing even. You know, you can get the Miracle Whip salad dressing and use that in there. But I like to put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in mine. Now I'm going to give this the taste test. See if I need anything else in it. I think another tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And that's going to be plenty. Give it a taste test again. That is exactly right there. So I'm going to put it back in a smaller bowl. And I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator right along with my Duke's Mayo until my pork cooks. Just getting all this stuff out of my sink that I cut up, the leftover cabbage scraps. This is my composting bowl here. I need to get my compost container out of the shed. But like I said, I put it in the shed because I hated to put it on the cabinet because I don't have much room on here anyway. And it was just taking up more room. But I guess if I got room enough to keep this bowl up here and fill it up every day, I've got room to put my little container. But I found I left it in here too long and I'd fill it up. And then by the time I got ready to go empty it in the compost, it was pretty rank. But I always try to keep something on hand with a lid like this to put my table scraps in. All of my food scraps that I want to put in the compost. All the stuff that doesn't attract ants. Now that's going to slow cook for a while. And I will bring you back. It's probably going to cook for about an hour in this frying pan on low. or medium low, whichever you prefer. Now, like I said, you could put that in the oven on about 250 for an hour or two, but I wanted to show you how you could do it up in your frying pan as well, and you don't have to put it in the oven. I'll just leave that there. And we'll bring you back in a little bit. I just had to get my buns, y'all. Well, we're back. I'm turning this off because it's already starting to brown in the bottom of the pan. And take it off the burner. And I think I'm going to use a big plate for this. That's hot. And I had it cooking in the frying pan on medium to low for an hour. That's after I turned the camera off. So it's been cooking for an hour. It's just as tender as it can be. And we're going to use that bowl again. But what I'm doing right now is I'm going to pull this pork apart. I'm just going to shred it. You can see how it just comes right apart. Because it is thoroughly cooked. Oh, there went my timer. I forgot I had set the timer for an hour. But I'm going to pull it apart and I'm going to put it right in this bowl. Go ahead and get it out of the pan. That is going to taste so good. Now I'm just simply going to pull the rest of this apart. And the way it's cut, you know, and not on the bone anymore, you don't have to fool with anything. All you got to do is pull it apart, shred it basically. It comes apart so easy. But pork cooks pretty fast anyway. And when you get the boneless pork baby back ribs, they cook even faster. And it's still good and tender too. Just take your fork and shred it up. I could probably bring you a little bit closer, but I think that's good. You can see what I'm doing over here. I'm just using my 2 forks. One to hold the piece of pork down, and the other one to shred it. That one had just a little bit of fat. I don't like fat. But you know, when they roast the pig on the open pit, they chop up the fat and everything right in your pulled pork. And it's good. You don't notice there's any fat in it the way they do it. Because the fat's really just cooked all to pieces. We got one more piece to shred over here. Now here in Texas, they always make like a red barbecue sauce to go on pulled pork. That's not the way we eat it in North Carolina. The way I grew up eating it was with a vinegar and oil and spices sauce, not like the red tomato sauce. And that's the way I'm going to fix it today. I'm going to fix it with the vinegar. Now I'm simply going to put all this right in here. That makes quite a bit of pulled pork, I tell you right there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit more olive oil in here, because that's how we make our sauces, with olive oil and vinegar. I don't want too much olive oil, but I'm putting it in there because I want to see if I can get some of this flavors out of this pan with my olive oil to go in my pulled pork. Now, a lot of times they'll serve the the oil and the vinegar and the spices separately, but I like to put mine in. Just mix it all in my, just mix it all in together here in a cup with my vinegar. We don't need any more garlic or onion powder, but I am going to put in crushed red pepper, a little bit, not a whole lot. I'm going to add a little bit of apple cider vinegar, or you can just use plain white vinegar, either one. And I am going to stir this up. I'm going to start adding it to my barbecue. And then you just mix it up. And believe you me, that pulled pork will soak up that vinegar and that olive oil. It keeps it from being so dry, and it gives it a really good flavor. Now, a lot of times we put this on a bun and then we put Texas Pete or something like that on it. If you like something hot, hotter than the little bit of pepper flakes I put in there. But see how moist that looks? It looks really moist in there. It's not dry like it was when I first put it in the bowl. And there's no oil or vinegar in the bottom of this bowl. It's all soaked up into the meat. Get it off the fork. Now, I'm going to show you how I make my sandwich. We're going to make us a sandwich with it, and I'm going to get my coleslaw that I made earlier. Now, a lot of times when you go in a restaurant or quick, what do you call it, like quick fast food places, and you order a barbecue sandwich, this is the way they fix it. They put your, they don't even toast the bun, but you can toast the bun if you want to. That's totally up to you. Most of the time they steam the buns, and I'm not even going to steam the bun. But you put your barbecue out, and it's already mixed in your vinegar and stuff, your sauce. I like a big helping on mine because I love the barbecue. Kind of spread it out. Clean my fingers off. Now I'm going to put a little bit of hot sauce on mine. I've got Tennessee Red. That's one of those dollar cheapy bottles you get at Walmart. They have a display of them all the time. And I like them. And they have a lot of different flavors. Now I'm not going to put a lot on there, but I am going to put some. Now I wouldn't put that much Texas Red on there because Texas Red is pretty hot. This is not that hot. And then we put our coleslaw right on your sandwich. Of course, I didn't leave my pork on an open charcoal pit overnight to roast it. And I got to get a spoonful of my coleslaw. Oh, so good. And there is a North Carolina style pulled pork sandwich. That's what you get in the fast food places and the restaurants in North Carolina if you order pulled pork sandwich. Now, you can get a pulled pork plate, and where they basically put your pulled pork just like this on one section of your plate. They'll give you an order of fries, and then they'll give you a big helping of coleslaw on the side. And then, you don't have it on the roll. I usually would get the sandwich because I love the sandwiches. I really do. Look, I lost a piece of pork. That is so good. So, if you've ever tried this Texas style pulled pork with the red sauce and you liked it, you'll like this too. Just fix you a simple pulled pork with a little bit of olive oil, vinegar, and pepper flakes. You can add your garlic or your onion powder to your sauce if you want. I had already added it to the meat when I cooked it, so it's plenty seasoned with garlic and onion powder. I didn't have to add it to the vinegar and the oil when I mixed that. But there you go. It's just that easy. Fix you some. I think you'll like it. And you see, it was not hard. And I'll talk to you later. Bye now. Love y'all. North Carolina style pulled pork with vinegar sauce and coleslaw. Fix you some. You'll love it.